Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Godot community. I am Jody Ann Henry, and I am the PLC moderator for Middle School Theater. I am really excited that you have decided to join us for another webinar. I will be covering some really important topics that I think will be beneficial to you and your theater program. So please stay tuned. And at the end of the webinar, please, you can comment, share, ask questions, join in on the discussion, and let's continue this conversation. I will be discussing recruiting and promoting its importance, and I will be sharing some strategies that I think will be beneficial for you. I will also be discussing vertical teaming, ways in which you can connect with other theater teachers, specifically teachers at the elementary school level and the high school level, as well as I'll be sharing different contests and information about student performance opportunities. Now, what is recruiting and promoting and why is it important? Well, it's important to publicize your program and the productions you're having at your school in order to increase the support that you can get from your community because of all the hard work that you do put into your productions and giving your students the best learning experience. Promoting and recruiting will increase the number of students in your program, and it will help to retain the number of students that you get in your beginning level class and make sure that they follow through to the end of their time in middle school. So if they start off with you in sixth grade, to make sure that you're able to retain those students and keep them active in your program and in your productions throughout sixth grade, seventh grade, and eighth grade. This will also help to provide visibility to your school community as well as your community at large. Allow them to see the great things that you all are doing in your classroom. This will also help to show your importance, show the importance of your content area and how it adds value to your school and to your students and how it increases their learning experience. It also may benefit and increase their performance level in other classes. Also, recruiting and promoting may increase the support that you receive from other community members and other stakeholders, especially your admin. It allows you to advocate for your program in your school and again with other stakeholders. And also overall, it allows us to provide the resources that are needed to give our students a better learning experience. There are three main strategies that I suggest in attempting to recruit and to promote and to publicize your program. And those three things are sharing your students' work, using all your resources to advertise, as well as collaborating and networking with other teachers across your district, collaborating with community members, as well as collaborating with the teachers that are in your school building. Now, here are some ways that I have shared my students' work. I utilized social media. So I have an Instagram page for my drama club as well as for my classes. I've used Twitter and TikTok, and you may utilize any other social media platforms that you see as fitting for your students and that you believe is safe. I've also created a YouTube channel where I may post students' work or clips of students' work just to showcase what we're doing in class. You may also have a theater department website or a website for your drama club and you will be able to post videos of what your students are doing, as well as any other pertinent information regarding your program. I also share my students' work by creating a highlight film. And I do this at the end of the school year and sometimes at the end of the semester. And this is just a collage of pictures and film clips of performances and different events and activities that we do in class as well as outside of class. I also have an end of semester evening of theater event that I do with my beginning level students, my intermediate, as well as my advanced. So at the end of the semester, we have a showcase of scenes and monologue and different numbers from a musical. So just a collage of performances that we work on throughout the semester. Also, I can share and display my students' work at the Fine Arts Department Showcase. So I collaborate with other members of the Fine Arts Department, and we have a huge showcase at the end of each semester, before the Christmas holiday, as well as during the springtime. Also, you may share and have your students' work on display by doing what I call a pop-up theater, which simply means that during the lunch period, students will sing and dance production numbers from whatever show that we're working on, or if we are working on a particular number from a musical in class during our musical theater unit, I may share that performance during different lunch periods. You may also do this by simply visiting certain classrooms. Of course, you would schedule with that particular teacher, and you can have your students go in and present that piece to the class. I also share what I'm doing in my classroom with incoming students. So you can do this by sending out letters or emails to the parents of the students that will be in your program the following year, just sharing with them, letting them see what you are doing in your classroom and giving them a hint as to what their child might be doing if they are in your class and a part of your program. And these are just pictures of my Instagram page that I have for my classes, as well as a video of our Black History performance that I posted on our YouTube page. And this is a flyer of the showcase that I have at the end of the semester. Another excellent way to promote as well as recruit and just to overall gain visibility and let people know what you're doing in your classroom and to let people know about the different productions that you are having. You can simply do this by posting posters in your classroom as well as around the school building. You may also share these posters with other schools that are in your area, as well as the elementary feeder school. You may share that poster with them and they're able to post that information on their school's website, or the theater teacher at the elementary school level may also post that information on whatever website or social media platforms that she uses for her students. You may also send faculty-wide emails letting the individuals in your building know what you're up to, know about your events, and send them a reminder when the dates are close to the opening of the show. You may also make a trailer of the show that you are working on, and you may play this particular trailer during the announcements. So every school is sort of different. Some schools, the students actually sit down during morning meeting and they watch the announcement team present the announcements, and you may have the trailer play during this time. If your school has different display screens around the building, you may have them play the trailer on the display video throughout the day. So as students are walking by, they're able to see, again, an update that, oh, the show is happening at such and such time. Or just if it's a highlight film, you may share the highlight film during the announcements or you may also have them have it on display in the hallways during the school day. You may also have a drama club ice cream social or any type of event where members of your drama club, they are required to invite a guest, and you might sell snacks. You may talk about the show, give updates about the show, have them watch videos or trailers of what you're doing. You may also have students just through word of mouth share the information about the show, or require them to bring a guest or two to the performance and use them as your main advertisement tool. The students that are in the show, they can attest to their experience. They can talk about how much fun they're having, how good the show is, and they can be your best advertisement tool. You can also present excerpt of your spring musical or whatever production you're working on. You may present an excerpt of that at the elementary school. So you may schedule a field trip to the elementary school where you may perform for them, and you can end this performance with a Q&A where they may ask questions about the show. They may be able to ask questions about the program, and they may have a talk back with the students. I think sometimes hearing from the students that are in the program are some of the best ways to get others to be interested and to be intrigued in what you're doing and what you have going on at your school. Another excellent way to recruit and to promote what you're doing in your school or in your program is through collaboration and networking. You may start off just in your school building, collaborating with those around you. And you can do this by simply inviting other classes to attend your in-class performances. This allows the students in your class to have that opportunity to perform for a live audience and to allow them to take what they're doing in class a little bit seriously, because they know they're not just doing this for a grade. Another excellent way that you can promote and recruit students to your program and to gain visibility in your school building as well as your community is through collaborating and networking. You can start off simply with the teachers and the individuals that are in your building, and you can do this by simply inviting other classes to attend your performances. So you may schedule with an English teacher or any other teacher in your building and have them bring their class to your classroom to watch your students' performances. This helps in several ways, because now your students are getting accustomed to performing for a live audience, not just the individual in their classroom. It allows them to sometimes take what they're doing, the performance, a little more seriously, because they know they're having their peers come to watch the performance, so they will probably put more effort to perfecting the performance and making sure it's where it needs to be. And it allows you to build a relationship with that teacher, especially if the class really likes what you're doing, they enjoy the performance. Now they're talking about it with your other friends. The teacher is also talking about the impact that the performance had on the students in her class, and now he or she is sharing that information with other classes. So now people are knowing about what you're doing, and you now have those individuals who become an advertisement tool because they're talking about what they experience. Also, you can promote and recruit through participating in other school-wide teams and communities. And I know sometimes it is really, really hard, especially with everything that you have to do with planning your lesson plan and, of course, teaching, doing your regular daily tasks, as well as after school rehearsals and directing and all of what that entails. It's sometimes very difficult to participate in other things that your school is having on, and joining other teams and other committees. Sometimes it's difficult, but that allows you to build relationship with the other members in your school. So participating in other school-wide teams allows you to build those relationships. And of course, whenever you need them or you may need assistance with putting on a show or just needing another adult supervision, now you have those relationships with other people in the building that you can call on. You help them. For example, I've collaborated with or worked with the JROTC leaders at my school where I performed at different events or I assisted with a field trip, for example. Now, when I needed someone to manage or to oversee my students during a rehearsal, I can call on one of them to assist me. So again, just building relationships with anybody in your building. Also, you can collaborate and network through leading a drama summer camp with elementary and middle school students. Again, this helps to build relationships, build the gap. Now you are building relationship with the elementary students that would be coming over to your program once they're in middle school. You're now familiar with the parents, and again, they know you, they know the caliber of work that you do, and they know the impact that you have in teaching and working with those students. Also, recruiting at the elementary school. So as I mentioned before, you can sometimes go into the elementary school and have a Q&A session with them. So that's another way for you to have visibility into elementary school and build relationship with the elementary school drama teacher. Or if they don't have a drama program, going into the different classes in the elementary school and performing for them and having a Q&A session is still helpful because those students who might be interested in joining a theater program or being a part of a drama club in middle school, now they have that information. Another way you can collaborate and network with members of your community is through performing at various school events or various community events, exhibitions. For example, if your school is having a faculty meeting, you can possibly perform at the faculty meeting. If they're having different events in the community, your students can also perform at those events. And this is just an opportunity for you to, again, build relationship with those community members, build relationship with other members in your school building, for people to see the things that your students are doing, the excellent work that you are doing with them. Another way for you to collaborate and network is by doing shows and performances with both your middle school students and the elementary school students, preferably the fifth graders, the older ones, but doing a combined show with both middle school and elementary students. And again, building relationship, allowing for visibility. You may also ask the elementary drama school teacher for a list of names of students who might have taken drama, or you might get a list of names from the connection teachers from the elementary school of students who might be interested in taking a drama class in middle school. Then you're able to reach out to those students and ensure that they have the information about your program, know exactly how to register. You can also connect with the guidance counselors at the middle school level and ensure that the list of students who are interested in taking your class actually are on your roster. Also, you can collaborate with other community members by being a vendor or sponsor for relevant community events. Again, it's another opportunity for you to get the name of your program out there, people to know about you, what you're doing, and all the excellent performances and things that's happening in your classroom. Here are some clips of different events. So my students are here at the nursing home performing. They are here performing at a school board event, as well as our school had a parent night where parents were able to come in and learn about the different elective programs that are available at the school. And this is also a picture of my students rehearsing and getting acclimated to using the puppets for a show that we were going to do at the elementary school. Now, vertical teaming. Vertical teaming simply talks about ways you can connect with other teachers in your content area, both on the elementary school level and the high school level, to ensure that connections are being made as students are progressing through our arts program. Ensuring that students that start off in the elementary school level who are passionate about continuing in our arts program, making sure that once they transition to middle school, they are taking our classes and they are excelling and they are participating in our productions, and we're moving them right along to our high school drama teachers, and that they're prepared once they are on the high school level. So here are some ways you can ensure that that connection is made and the students are moving along on each level. You can collaborate with the high school and the elementary feeder schools, collaborating with the teachers at those schools, whether it's through performances, whether it's inviting them to come and watch your performances, or simply planning, having collaborative planning with these teachers about what you're teaching, what you are covering. For example, a middle school teacher might collaborate with the elementary school teacher to know exactly where those students are, what they know, what their level of experiences are. So when they come to the middle school level, he or she is better able to plan the curriculum based on where those students are and plan material and activities that are going to help them grow. And the same for the high school level. Collaborating with the high school teacher, knowing what he or she's expectations for students coming into that program, what he or she would like them to know, and making sure that you as a middle school teacher, you're helping to train those students in a way that they're ready and that you're filling in the gap from the elementary to the middle school level. Also, collaborating with other theater teachers in your district. I find this to be quite helpful because I'm able to compare where my students are to what other theater students on the same grade level, same class, what they're doing. And I'm able to plan. So if my students that are coming in the intro level have no level of experience whatsoever, planning how I'm going to go through that semester to ensure that when they end the program, so let's say they're with me, for the intro, intermediate, and for the advanced, to make sure that they're on the same level as the students at another school, that they have the same level of knowledge and experience, even if they do start off with very little in comparison to another program who are getting students who have a wealth of experience from elementary school or middle school coming into high school. I want to make sure that they're on that same playing field. Collaborating with other high school teachers allows me to compare and see ways in which I can help my students be on the same playing field as other students on their grade level. Also, just collaborating with other theater teachers. It's really helpful because a lot of times you are the only one in your building, and having that relationship with another teacher who's having the same experience as you, and you're able to bounce ideas off of them, and you all are able to share, ask questions, and get that support that you need. It's always helpful. Another way for you to collaborate and connect with the high school level teachers, you can have what's called high school day visit. So you can bring your middle school students to the high school and they're able to see what it's like, what the high school theater classes are like, what the high school theater drama classes are like, what to expect. They can talk with other students there. They can meet the teacher and sort of have a day in the life of a high school drama student, what to expect. You can also share your roster of 8th graders with the high school theater director to ensure that the students who indicate on the high school theater interest survey that they want to continue to pursue theater in high school, that they're going to have that elective class once they get to high school. And sharing that roster not just with the teacher, the theater director, but also with the guidance counselor. You can also post information for other high school magnet programs or drama programs on your website, as well as on the general school website. So again, students who are interested in moving on to high school and continuing in a theater program there have the necessary information that is helpful to know exactly how to apply, what programs are out there, what their options are. Now, here are some contests, competitions, and performance opportunities that are available for our students. There's the regional one-act competition. There's also the junior thespian competition. These happen once a year. For the one-act play competition, you can select a one-act play that is fitting for your students, and you present this performance, and if selected, you get to move on to the national round. Junior thespian competition is through the Junior Thespian Honor Society. There's a conference that is held once a year. Students are able to watch other performances. They're able to compete. So whether it's monologues, duet scenes, duet musical performances, playwriting, stage management, technical theater, you name it. They're able to compete in these different categories. And again, if they move on or score a superior or excellent in certain areas, they get to move on to the next round. Also, Thespian Club. This is another excellent opportunity for students to be involved in different events outside of the classroom. And again, if you're part of Thespian, you're able to compete in the Thespian competition. I use this particularly as an elite group. So my drama club is open to anyone that applies and want to be involved. But of course, to be a part of Thespian, there's certain requirements that they must fulfill in order to apply to be in Thespian. I also have a service learning experience opportunity for my students where I team with local theater company and I may have my students volunteer. For example, I know that one particular school, they connect with the Alliance Theater and they have their students work as ushers during some of the performances. So students are able to get an experience of what it's like to work at a theater and to see a lot of the work that's put in backstage. Also, other performance opportunities, you can have talent shows that are done periodically throughout the school year. You can, of course, have a season of a fall play and a spring musical. And of course, you can have as many productions that you want to have during your season. You may have student-directed performances. So you may have a main production during the fall and then smaller performances that the students are doing in class. You may have a showcase or an event evening of theater where they get to display those particular pieces. In your advanced theater class, you may have certain students that can work as directors, and they may direct really short scenes with their classmates as actors, and you can have an evening of theater where they present those pieces. So it's an opportunity for students who may not be in the main stage production. They're able to still get that performance opportunity. You can also have a fine arts department showcase. So again, it's another opportunity for students to perform and to present their work. In conclusion, remember, recruit, 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 promote in order to build your program. This is an excellent way to retain the students that come in your intro level classes, the students that join the drama club, that show interest. This is a way to make sure that you are keeping those students as a part of your program and they're remaining with you through the end of their time in middle school. Also promoting to let others know what you are doing to increase the number of students that are participating, increase the number of individuals who are coming to attend your productions. Publicize your program. The more support you'll generate because you are putting in so much hard work in these productions and getting your students ready, why not let others know so they can come and enjoy what you're doing? Share your students' work. Let others know the great things that's happening in your classes. Let students know the talent that you have in your class. So utilize the different social media platforms that are available. Share with the other members of your community, your faculty, and let them know the great things that your students are doing. Advertise in your school and your community. Don't be afraid to collaborate and connect with other community members and have an active part in different events that are happening in the community. Collaborate and plan with the elementary school teachers, other middle school theater teachers, and high school drama teachers. They are your friends. They teach the same content area as you do. They understand what it requires to be a theater teacher. So don't be afraid to reach out and to connect with them. Find ways where you all can work on certain performances and showcase together if time allows, if you have the resources that allow for that. So any opportunity that you can get to connect with those other teachers, I would definitely encourage that. This ensures that your students are making connections as they progress through our programs from elementary level to middle school and to high school. Also, I would encourage participation in performance opportunities, whether inside the school building, in your classroom, or in the community. Encourage them to audition and take advantage of those other performance opportunities that may arise. I am so excited that you have decided to join the middle school theater group. I want to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the webinars or the conversations that we're having under the discussion post. So don't forget to click on the discussion section and click the subscribe button so you'll always be notified whenever there's a video that is posted or another member left a comment or a question or sharing ideas. That way we can continue this conversation, we can continue to have this discussion and be able to better support each other as we journey through virtual teaching. And don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a comment, share an idea, or ask a question at the end of this video under the discussion post. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.